Hey friends, Michelle here. Thank you for joining me today on my channel. Now today I'm working on a design team layout for my creative scrapbook using the June limited edition kit. Now this kit is full of the garden from 49 in Market. It is such a gorgeous collection to work with, and you can see I've already done some prep work because my idea is to make my own color wheel. And so I found a slice on Cricut Design Space that I thought would work, and I cut out a bunch of these wedges. And I have this is the first time I have tried to make my own color wheel, and I definitely have some learnings from it that I will share as we go along. So I do want the exterior to be a little on the jagged side, and so I am inking all of my edges with vintage photo, and some of them I roughed up, some of them I left as is, and I am going to go ahead and spread these out so you can see what my vision is. So learning number one, the cut file that I used didn't have it had rounded edges, and next time I'll use like true points so that everything is really consistent. But I have it kind of laid out here, kind of the way I'm thinking. Now I have it on this background because I wanted it to kind of have a framed look, but you'll see that that is going to change. Now, here is my second learning because I thought I'll just use a scrap piece of paper to adhere my color wheel to, just so I can move it around easily. And I should have just taken the extra few seconds to make it round because this way I don't really have much of a guideline to keep my round shape. And so my recommendation, don't be lazy. Don't give yourself more credit than you're due, like I did, because now I am going to battle to make this shape round for a good portion of the layout. So I do avoid using a lot of adhesive because I figured out pretty early. In fact, I figured out pretty early enough that I should have just cut out a round shape. Anyway, I didn't use a lot of adhesive, so I can play with it and adjust as I go. So at this point, I've done some adjusting here and there, and I am I've decided I'm just not sure about that background that I had chosen earlier. I take a look at it against the screen, which is pretty, but it's a little darker than I was hoping for. So now I'm thinking about how about just white? And you can see my shape isn't perfectly round. I do play with it a little bit more. And now I'm thinking, well, maybe just white with the green around the exterior. And I realize I am overthinking and just need to move on to another element, clear my mind a little bit. And so I am taking a look at what picture I want to use. And I decide to use this picture of Delilah. I love this little picture where she's kind of looking up and over her shoulder because I want to use this "Come See Me in the Garden" as my title. And she spends a lot more time in the garden than I do. And so it seems like a good title for her. And I am taking a look and see what type of embellishments I want to do. If I want to use this door, if I want to use it escapes me the word for that kind of arbor looking piece, the trellis. So I like this little little shed, and so I am going to use that. It has the same phrase on it. It doesn't feel large enough for me, and so I am going to cover that with the larger phrase that has the same sentiment. So I'm feeling a little bit better as far as my direction, and I'm picking out a few florals that I might want to use, as well as some of the both the ephemera florals as well as the 3D florals that you get in your kit. And I have covered the little words up on the shed as I search around and see where I want my title to go. And I do end up pretty much in the same place, just with the larger sentiment. And yeah, this is pretty much how the clusters are going to look. I might add a few elements here and there, but in the back of my mind, I'm still trying to decide what I want to do on the background. So I thought maybe I would just do some stenciling behind where that color wheel is going to go. First, I cut down my paper a little bit so that green border can show. And I am going to use the stencil. Oh, that's right. I don't cut it down. I'm just going to tear a couple of spots so that green can just show in a couple of areas. And I don't like it. I continue forward, but I've done things like this before. But not with a design that is so centric, so centered on the cluster in the center. And so it kind of draws your eye away from where you want your eye to go. At least that was my feeling. I'm continuing on, hoping it grows on me. I'm going to go ahead and do some ink blending with, I believe this is Daffodil from 49 and Market. And I am also going to use that floral stencil. And I do like the yellow behind my round element. So I'm good with all of that. But you'll see once again, I will change my mind. And I am about done with that. So here is what it looks like with the round element. And um, I think I am going to go ahead and adhere all of my elements on that white background. Because I just like I said, I'm just going forward. I At this point I don't really trust myself. Do you ever have those days where your gut is telling you this isn't the way you want to go, but you just continue forward anyway? Well, that was my day here. And so with that green background, I just tear a couple chunks because I don't need to use the whole frame. And then I'm going to go ahead and uh, try to force this into more of a circle shape, and I'm going to go ahead and adhere it, and then let's skip forward to where everything is stuck down, because I think that you have seen a lot of the cluster building already. All right, so here we are. Things are adhered. I think the only thing that I added that was different was those clay pots. Yeah, and so I'm going to go ahead and start building a bit underneath my photo there. I still want to use those strawberry baskets because I think they're very cute and they go with the garden theme as far as Delilah goes, because she has had strawberries, but she loves blueberries. Oh my gosh. And so a little ode to berries there. So I have my elements there. I have my little bag. I had used that before. And now looking at it on here, again, if I could have like made a few of my embellishments reach up to that top corner and reach down to that little torn piece on the right, and that would have been fine too. But I am going to use these two little word sentiments, and I even get to the point where I think I'm done. I photograph this layout and I just don't like it. I just don't like it. And so I end up uh, pulling this uh, big round element off and just doing it on solid white. I still do the yellow, but I just changed the background and I am much happier with it. And so sometimes you just need to step away, right? And so I think about, maybe some flowers coming out of that clay pot, but I don't want to cover the clay pot. I think it's really pretty cute. And so I want to do it in a kind of subtle way that it doesn't get locked. And yeah, I think I, I do think, okay, well, maybe I just need to add a few little staples. Maybe some staples to that torn area will make it, somehow will make a big difference. And of course, no, it's not going to. But that's why I have my, little Tim Holtz stapler out there. Yeah, I think that I am trying a few different areas because, like I said, I know there's something that I don't like, but I haven't figured out what it is yet at this point. And so here are um, my little staples. And I am going to do this. Then I am going to go ahead and do some white splatters. And yeah, I like 95% of this layout. And so when I change the background, then I like it 100%. So it's sometimes you just have to, keep trying different avenues and um, don't feel like you have to stick to a certain path, right? So here are some close-ups. Thank you for watching my video. Check out all of the information in the description about my creative scrapbook, and I will see you on my next video. Thank you.